Yeah man, hi, this is Ed Robinson. Welcome to the album we call Uncovers. Featuring 14 brand new tracks, brand new in the sense that they're reggae versions of songs that I actually grew up on in Jamaica coming up as a young drummer. You know, playing at the hotel scenes back in Jamaica, you know, harnessing your career, harnessing your craft as a singer, as a drummer, you know. So these are songs that basically I actually grew up on, you know, and make a living from. Yeah man, I pick up on a lot of these songs back then, you know, by visiting your local record stores. And yes, we hear a lot of them on the radio in Jamaica. But most of all, I used to get these songs from, you know, tourist visitors to Jamaica, you know, and friends of mine that, you know, musician friends of mine that was living abroad. And, you know, every time Prince or, you know, the Michael Jacksons or, you know, the Grateful Dead put out a brand new album, you know, I get them from friends back in the States, you know, back in America or even England, back in Germany and in places, you know. So this basically how I pick up on these records, you know, and then start honing your skills, you know, start working on your skills as a drummer, because you hear all these great foreign drummers, all these great foreign singers, you know, people putting their 100 into their records, you know. So that's basically where I pick up on all of these songs from and start loving these records, you know. And because these days you really don't hear those kind of vibe in a record coming out no more, that raw, natural vibe there. These days it's basically all manufactured, you know. So just reach back and start loving and start recreating these records in reggae, you know. It's been a pleasure, man. Yeah. What separates this project from all of my other past projects then? Nothing. This project is basically, you know, cover records, all songs that was done from back then, yeah. Most of my other projects, yes, I've done some cover work, you know, because I've always been doing that. Like basically every album that I do, I have at least one or two cover records on them, you know. But put the same amount of energy, same amount of vibe, same amount of know-how into this project that I put into recent project or past projects, you know. I mean, but as you know, as we grow, we learn a little bit more, you know, in terms of production, in terms of putting songs together in the studio. And this album is basically a product of, you know, stuff that we learn over the years, learning all of these songs. So now they actually new, because I really don't hear these songs anymore. Not a lot of artists these days making records like these anymore, you know. So I just went back a few years, probably more than 30, and bring these records forward to what's going on now, you know, in the reggae version, you know. So that's basically my contribution to as what reggae is supposed to be these days in my head. Yeah man, well, the first single has already been released, you know, on iTunes, you know, distributed by Zoojak Worldwide, and it's entitled Don't Wanna Miss a Thing. Yeah. This album will be released, you know, like I said before, on February 11th of 2014. Will be distributed by Zoojak Worldwide, you know, and it will be on the PBG production label. So look out for it, go out and support it. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Irie? Cool. Ed Robinson says so. Big respect every time. Boom. Yeah man, this is Ed Robinson and this is another PBG production. See? Reggae music to the world every time. Boom.